Let's be real for a second. We have all been there, right? You're standing in a store aisle, just surrounded by products, and they're all practically screaming for your attention. So how do you choose? Well, today we're going to unlock a really powerful tool that helps you cut right through all that noise and shop with some actual confidence: the quality seal.
So here's our game plan. First, we're going to talk about that classic shopper's dilemma. Then, we'll get into decoding what these symbols actually are. After that, we'll see why they're such a great shortcut to trust, learn how to spot the fakes, super important, and we'll wrap up by unlocking your new consumer superpower. All right, let's kick things off with a feeling I'm pretty sure we all know way too well. We'll call it the shopper's dilemma. It's that feeling of being totally lost in a jungle of marketing claims.
I mean, seriously, have you ever just been standing there staring at like 10 different brands of the exact same thing, and you just feel completely paralyzed? You want to make the best choice, for your health, for your wallet, for the planet, but it is just so much. And this is exactly what that feels like. You're just hit with this wall of buzzwords and flashy symbols: premium quality, eco-friendly. I mean, they sound fantastic, but what do they actually mean? And more importantly, who's checking? This is that marketing fog that makes it so hard to make a smart choice. But what if there was a little beacon of light in that fog? A clear symbol to guide you through the confusion. Well, that's exactly what a quality seal is designed to be. So let's break down what these symbols are all about. Okay, the most important part is right there in the definition. A real quality seal isn't something the company just made up to look good. No way. It's a stamp of approval from an independent group, a third party, that has actually tested the product against a very specific set of standards. So one little seal is doing a whole lot of work for you. Think of it like this. It's a shield, making sure a product is safe. It's a signpost, guiding you to a good decision. And it's a checklist, confirming that all the right boxes have been ticked. But all of that really boils down to one crucial thing for us. It just simplifies our decision. And this is where it gets really useful. You can think of these seals as a trust shortcut. In a world packed with endless claims and promises, they give you a quick, reliable way to know if something is credible. This is the perfect example of what I mean. A company saying, "We're the most reliable." That's just marketing talk. But a seal that says it meets ISO 9001 standards, that is actual proof. It means they have a whole system for quality that's been checked and verified by an international body. See the difference? One is just an opinion, the other is a verifiable fact. This quote just nails it, doesn't it? In that split second you have to make a choice in the aisle, that tiny little logo is doing so much heavy lifting. It's basically an expert tapping you on the shoulder and saying, "Hey, we checked this out for you. It's legit." That is an incredibly powerful shortcut. But, and this is a really big but, you've got to be careful, because as soon as something becomes a symbol of trust, you can bet people are going to try to copy it. Not every seal you see is the real deal, so you need to know how to spot the fakes. Okay, think of this table as your official cheat sheet. A trustworthy seal always comes from an independent third party, has clear standards you can actually look up, and confirms real compliance. A misleading logo that's usually just made up by the company, has super vague or even non-existent standards, and it's really just a marketing tactic to make you think it's been verified. So what kind of legit seals should you have on your radar? Well, they usually fall into a few big categories. You've got your safety certifications, like the UL mark on electronics, the one that tells you your new gadget probably won't burst into flames. Then there's quality management, like ISO 9001, which is all about consistency. And of course, the ones many of us know, the environmental and ethical seals, like USDA Organic or Fair Trade. So what does all this mean for you, standing in that store aisle? It means you now officially have a consumer superpower. You have the ability to see right through that marketing fog and start making choices based on actual, verified facts. And here's how you use that superpower. It's a super simple 3-step process. First, just look at who issued the seal. Is it a real, independent organization? Second, if you're not sure, just pull out your phone. A quick search for what the seal means can tell you everything. Seriously, it takes like 10 seconds. And third, if a seal has a really generic name like Premium Choice Award and you can't find an organization behind it, yeah, be skeptical. All right, let's bring it all home. Here's what you need to remember. Quality seals are your best tool for cutting through all that marketing noise. They're your shortcut to trust.
The absolute key is to always, always check for that independent third-party verification. Now, armed with this knowledge, you can walk into any store and choose with total confidence. So, I'll leave you with this thought. The next time you're out shopping, you're not just going to see a bunch of random logos anymore. You're going to see signals, and you're going to see noise. And now that you can finally tell the difference, what are you going to look for?